We're streaming it, Ronald Weasley. By the way, guys, the war's over. We're live.
Oh, we're live?
Yep.
We won.
Yep, the war's over.
In many ways, we already won.
The Strait, they promised
But
to
we
never
didn't win
close
enough.
the Strait again. Hold on, let me check on
We're
how
what?
it's going. Oh, wait, the Strait's closed, guys. They promised
I
to
told
never
them
close
if
it
they
again.
do not open the Strait, I'm going to remove their civilization from the history books.
Yeah, the war's over, the
nothing
Strait's
like,
open, except it's not. We just blew a hole in the side of an Iranian cargo ship.
Some might say that, in fact, we are so back.
Yep. Apparently it was never a war to begin with because Congress didn't authorize it. But it is a war because Trump says it's a war, but it was because it's not anymore because it's over. So,
Right.
Yeah, I think the people getting bombed, they're probably like, they probably consider that a war.
yeah, I would think so.
Probably feels like a war.
Yeah. Also in weird news, I was I think Northern Provisions posted it today. I know we just talked about them before the podcast. It was like 2 wounded U.S. service members. And I was like, oh, here we go. You know, I thought the war was over, and then I read a little bit further. It was like wounded in brown bear attack in Alaska. I was like, what? And apparently it was
boy.
they were doing like a land nav course or something, and they got attacked by a brown bear. I was like, what?
Yeah, you get that on those bigger jobs.
So, yeah. In other slightly funny, not funny news, who will win 2 green berets versus 1 brown bear? From my understanding, the bear and the green
One
berets
brown
are both still
boy.
alive. Yeah, one. Out of context, that sounds really bad. So yeah, I'm Jamie. Oh dude, I don't even remember how to intro. I'm a part of this podcast here at The Devil Drives Lada. And,
Welcome to Jackass.
yeah.
Wait, no, that's not ours. Shit.
Dude, we should have some music intro. But just the Jackass
Our music
please.
intro is just the song from the club scene in the movie Blade.
When he walks in. Yeah, I spent some time in Ukraine. I teach people things, and I have some really cool friends. Oh wait, I showed you guys before. Saw an old friend today, and he painted me, and it's super cool, and I wanted to show you guys. This is like one of my new favorite little sentimental trinkets from a friend.
Paint me like one of your Warhammer minis.
Yeah, I was like, so you play tabletop? He's like, yeah. And I was like, which ones? He's like, yes. I was like, okay. But yeah, super cool dude. Anyway, who's next?
I guess I'll go. Fuck it, I'm not doing a formal introduction today. I'm Sean. I'm a large language model. I am.
This one, you're gonna be one of those
I am
podcasts
actually
today.
an AI I'm actually an AI data center, and yeah.
What's up? I'm Arc'teryx Leaf Balaclava.
The talking balaclava. Oh no, that's already used. Dang it.
I cover your head. No, he's not Balaclava Man anymore. He
Yeah,
gave
but
it up,
he
so
used
I
the
get to
talking balaclava.
pick up the pieces.
Dude, what if you're him?
Yeah,
He
well,
walks
mine's
so that-
black, so
Aaron walks so that Ian can run.
yeah, mine's black, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great intro, guys. We're really good at this.
Tasty dead air.
So, happy Waco Day. That's not really happy. Did you have that queued up?
Oh man.
I was just waiting for a point to use an air horn. I'm like, oh, that's fucking perfect.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
Um,
This is my time.
shout out to the Waco homies that are no longer with us. And shout out to the ones that did the rating, because they're unfortunately still with us. Dude,
Yeah.
Zach's not here, so you have to be in charge of the soundboard. Yeah, it was how many years ago? More than 20. 25?
It was
Oh, yeah.
2023 was 30 years, so it's
Oh.
been 33 years.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forget how old I am now. That was before I was born, and I am older than
Yeah, that was
20 or
93.
25 years old.
Yeah. 1993.
Um,
I mean, you can play the song if you want.
wait, which song?
Which song?
There's a song?
The song in the chat.
Oh,
it's fine.
okay. I have
But
the
yeah,
Goonversary
1993.
in the chat.
It's right above that. We'll talk about the
Okay.
Gooniversary later.
I have
Yeah,
it on my third
remember
monitor right
that
here.
time. Remember that time the feds proved that they were willing to burn people alive for firearms charges?
Men, women, and
Because I
children.
do. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah. Yeah, remember the time that every boomer and Trumper ever says the police wouldn't do that? But they already have. Multiple times. I hate it. Yeah. So, sad day for
Thanks, I hate it.
my OBS panel is not opening. But I think it's good. Yeah. So yeah, I have a small list of things to talk about today. This will be slightly more structured than the past couple recent ones. And I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Hello, you're live on the podcast. Oh, he hung up. All right.
Who was
it? We both know him. Oh no, he's been on the podcast before. It's Chandler. It was Chandler. He's been on here before.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it was Admiral Cannoli.
No. Hold on, I'll text him back. I hope that's not an emergency.
I thought we were about to have our first live call-in.
I know. Oh wait, he's calling back. He's calling back.
Yes, yes.
Hello, you're live on The Devil Drives Lada.
I see you on live.
Oh, nice.
hear him.
Hello. And you're also. Oh, hi, bud. We have our first live-in caller.
She's like, call him.
Yep, you're live right now. Anything you want to say? You've been on here before.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything you want to say?
Tell him to join right now. Tell him to join.
We are joined.
We can't hear them.
No,
Oh.
on your computer.
Oh, it's. Hold on, y'all can't hear. Wait, no, y'all can't hear, but the world can hear, unfortunately. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that's
Y'all are
fine.
y'all, Discord's on a different mic.
Well, that's...
But yes,
we're-
we're talking about the Waco anniversary today. But I assume y'all realize that.
Well, I do now, yeah.
No. All right.
What do you play?
All right, well, I'll let you go.
Okay. Sounds good. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
It was his daughter. She was like, "I saw you. I wanted to call." Our youngest viewer ever. I saw you online.
On them internets.
We were just talking about the Zoomers. Oh, that was before the podcast. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. We were talking about Waco, but then we moved a little bit. Anyway, We, is it, I don't think we can transfer into the, Gooniversary after that. I think we have to wait a few minutes.
No, that's not a good.
Yeah,
There's not a good way to segue.
Yep, we have to wait on that one.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I was pulling up my phone, so I actually have some notes on what we're gonna talk about today. Waco, it was today, 33 years ago. Some full.
So to be clear, today marks the anniversary of the end of the siege.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
Waco was not a one-day event. If you're unaware,
was like
they laid siege to these folks for over a month.
Oh, just kidding. Over a month. Just throw my
No,
week out.
it was several weeks. Yeah.
And then the ATF took pictures and bragged about dead people that they burned alive. So
Yeah.
there's that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can circle back to Waco, but full-length videos. I have a few ideas, and I've been brainstorming on some full-length videos for the Ohana YouTube channel, which I guess is what you're watching this on right now. Maybe we can even collab with Ian on those, on his, or I don't know, because they may just end up being joint
I would
ventures
have to
anyway.
make a YouTube channel, but yeah.
Well, maybe it'll just be on mine, featuring Operator Supply. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, Sean, speaking of which, did you ever put more thought or planning into your ventures? Did we talk about that on here? I don't know if I
have
can,
not.
or if we can, or if you did.
I was going to, and then a whole bunch of shit happened.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like
Well,
that.
there.
Well, potential full-length video coming soon. When I say soon, in the next coming months. Which segues into my locking plate promo video we talked about on the last podcast. I gave some out to an old friend today, the same one who painted me some stuff, and he's going to pass it along to some a few people. Do you y'all, did I tell y'all who I met today, who he used to work for?
Yeah. The guy that made you the painted you the thing.
Yeah. He is going to. I gave him a sample pack of our locking plates just as a gift for him because I wanted to bring him something, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I have a few friends that are very active into this kind of thing that I'm gonna pass these along to, including people that he used to work with in upper management and stuff, which you'll also know who that is." Yes, we've talked about him before.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm trying to telepathically name him because I don't want to name drop big people on the podcast without them knowing. But yes, so our locking plates, I'm gonna send him some more to hand out so he doesn't give all of his personal ones away. But I'm gonna have a few of our locking plates in the hands of some high-profile people. So that's really cool. So promo video on that coming soon. Still working on it. Bought some mics recently and upgraded my camera setup a little bit. So videos coming soon on locking plates. And then I want to talk about really quickly some Ukraine training we did while I was there, and then Project Vault later, which I'm working on. The picture I used for the Instagram story. Hold on, I have to find it again. I wanted to give y'all some quick history on it, and then maybe even next week have a video, because I do want to actually share war stories and stuff again, because that was cool. Nice. We're gonna shift. I will screen share with you guys so y'all can see it. Monitor 1. Yeah, monitor 1. Then share screen. There you go. Now y'all should be able to see it, and audience.
Ian, I think your camera has shat itself.
and actually.
Yeah, probably. God forbid I watch a stream and try to
Hold on.
be in one at the same time.
Slight problem. Let me fix. Yeah, it didn't used to do that. What happened to it now? Your camera,
What?
that is.
Oh.
Bro, me?
Yeah.
No, it just says Air 2012.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, it was fine for me. I didn't have it.
I mean, I'm not seeing Ian. Oh, it's loading. Now I
I
just
think
see
it's
black.
just the fact that my laptop is a piece of shit. So
Yeah.
That is possible too.
We can kind of see you now.
Okay, there we go. And shoot, monitor one back up. Okay, so yeah, I want to briefly talk about this picture real quick. So this was early war 2022, Russo-Ukrainian war. What do we call it? Russo-Ukraine war? Whatever.
Yeah, the
this was-
Russo-Ukrainian war.
what do you mean? I thought it was a special military
Oh
operation.
yeah, I forgot. Oh, dude, I forget. All these things aren't wars.
Yeah, no.
So in this picture, we have a few people that are instructors. One of them is wearing the green armband on the wall with the American flag patch on the stairs. One is on the landing up, or two are on the landing up there, and then me taking the photo. The one on the stairs is actually Elon. He's been on the podcast with us before, and he's actually going to join us again soon. I've been meaning to talk to him. He wanted to get back on here soon, so we'll arrange that. But then also, the others have not. I don't want to name drop them. Anyway, so there is like, we may have talked about it early episode, but this picture reminded me. There's like an abandoned, almost like a company town, kind of. So essentially, if I remember correctly, it was like a town that a company had built. It has like a school, some apartments, and like a factory in it and stuff. And it was abandoned outside of Kyiv, and well, that's where we were. And a unit was, or they were rotating units in and out for training. And several of our guys, when our original unit split, went to this unit, and they're like, hey, we know some American instructors that would love to come teach you guys if y'all want to be taught. Like, it would really benefit you guys. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. So we met with the, essentially it was like their first sergeant. Just imagine like scruffy 3 DUIs, 2 divorced first sergeant, but in Ukraine. Like, speaks Ukrainian and everything. It is the exact same stereotype. And we start meeting with him, and he's like this scruffy old guy that looks like he's just seen a lot. And so our translator's like talking to him, and turns out he was like, you know, in Crimea during the 2010s, and this guy is now not the officer, not the commander of the unit, but the NCO, or NCOIC, and just the epitome of first sergeant. And so we're sitting there trying to teach these guys, and we're briefing him, and he's like, oh yeah, I love it. If y'all could definitely do, and obviously in Ukrainian, this is going through a translator, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we were there the entire day, and we set up like 3 or 4 different stations, and we would rotate between them, or the soldiers would rotate between them, and we specifically stayed on the building securing and building holding station. Like, that's what that we had this whole building dedicated to, was entering, securing, and holding, and then when the time came to exfil. And so we started kind of teaching that, how to cover doors, what to do with like the 2-story situation, rooms. It was a really cool building because it was basically mirrored on 2 hallways. So you had like the entrance where you can see in the picture, and then the middle portion was like, if I remember, like a little cafeteria section, and then it was flanked by 2 mirroring hallways down the side. So you had to, and like there were rooms that in the middle that conjoined. So to actually clear the building, you have to go at the same time, like down both hallways and split. And you really had to get the timing down and actually have good communication. And there were rooms on both sides of each hallway. So it was like a pretty complex situation, especially since it was 2 floors. And we're explaining it. We're doing a pretty good job. We also had to do some self-teaching. That was one really nice thing about having 4 of us teaching, is there were times it's like, hey, this is what we ran it quite a few times ourselves and made sure we were all on the same page. And there were a few times myself or others, or, we kind of had to correct each other. It's like, well, hey, wouldn't you actually do this because of X, Y, and Z? And it was really cool because we learned a lot from each other, as well as just doing it over and over before we went and actually taught them. So we briefed the first sergeant on everything, and then we start running it. And a couple of these soldiers just weren't paying attention, weren't, hey, who are you to teach us? There were some situations like that. And then there were some that were like all eyes, all ears, just locked in, like, absorbing any and all information you gave them. And it was funny because on occasion, one of the soldiers would, and once again, they spoke very little English, and we spoke, at this point, no Ukrainian or Russian, essentially. But so several of the soldiers would be like, well, wouldn't it be better to do this because, this? And you're like, no, because whatever. And they'd be like, well, I'm going to do it my way anyway. And the first sergeant from, like, down the hall would hear it. Like, down the hall around the corner, he's trying to, like, cycle between people, like, making sure everyone's good, understanding. And he would just get in their face, Ukrainian knife hand, and just, you could see the spit coming out of his mouth, like, yelling it, like, down these guys' throats. And, he ended up talking with us. He's like, everything you guys are teaching is great. I appreciate it. Even I learned some things and stuff like that. But it's funny because, they thought that because, we're just some instructors and American, and at the time, none of us had actually seen any combat. We just had book training or our own training in some cases. Several of us were were vets at the time anyway, myself not included. But it was just funny to have them argue with us, and then without anyone saying anything, the first sergeant just hearing it from across the building come running down and put them in their place, and then they'd kind of scamper back. But they also had a lot of respect for him, which was really awesome. But yeah, in this picture, I kind of wanted to break down this picture. We had guys, I think, I don't know this exact situation, but by looking how it's lined up, either first floor has already been secured, or they're securing second floor first. I don't remember the exact situation, because you can see we have there was no back door or side doors to this building. And there were, it looks like in this picture we're clearing the second floor first, or I don't see why they would have been pulled back to the front door. So I think in this situation, second floor is being cleared first, and there's guys holding the front door and then holding the 2 side doors on the first floor, while 4 guys push up to the second floor. But I kind of just wanted to go over the picture and explain the day. It was a really cool situation, or really cool experience. It's not often in the U.S. we get to just have hands-on, like, training and experience in literally an entire abandoned town. And typically when you do, it's like for airsoft events. So it was cool just to kind of run through this there. Yeah. Did y'all have any questions? Did I do a good job of explaining that at all?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay. All that to say, cool experience. I don't necessarily highly recommend going to Ukraine to get those experiences. But if you can, do things like this, it's a really cool experience to teach each other or others. And you'll find a lot of time teaching others, you'll learn things yourself. Or, like I said, as instructors, we ran this multiple times before we started teaching them to make sure we were on the same page. And we were able to bounce a lot of things off of each other and kind of say, okay, let's find the best way to do this and then use it to teach them now that we've really streamlined and kind of gotten to our flow state. And thankfully, I did teach with these guys for several months. And we've talked about this on the podcast before. Once you work with the same people long enough, whether it's like training or actual real stuff, you do develop a flow with each other. And kind of get into that state of you can actually keep communication to almost minimum or zero and still have great communication just by everything from body language to just knowing how each other operate and move and do things. So that was a cool experience working with them. And I encourage you, if you have places local to you that are like this, to definitely go and do it and practice. Yeah. So we're gonna, I think, circle back more to Ukraine stuff in the next few weeks. I am currently, I guess, as a good segue, I have a home lab server, and this week or the past couple weeks, I've been working pretty hard on getting it all organized again and set up, and getting a bunch of pictures and videos organized, including ones from Ukraine. And I'm finding a bunch of old pictures and stuff that we never went over on the podcast, and stuff that I have not even watched since I was there. Like, I have never actually gone back and watched the footage or looked at these pictures. So, hopefully we'll have some, like, cool episodes to come on firsthand experiences there that we haven't covered on the podcast, and will be completely fresh for everyone. So, yeah. All right, going back to us. Okay. All right. What's next, boys? Do y'all have things y'all want to talk about?
Not in particularly. Everything's, I mean, I don't know. Everything's just fucked. Nothing in particular
Yeah.
is more fucked than the other.
I want to try to have less depressing podcasts.
Yeah.
Which rightfully so. I think last time we talked about, like, I think to an extent it's our duty to be informed and not intentionally live in our own bubble and try to ignore everything, and just, you know, if you're voting and being a part of society, I think it's, like, proper that you actually are involved in society and know what's going on. But at the same time, I also don't want to talk about it every single week about how the world sucks, and look at all the horrible things going on in our government, and Zionism is gay. So, dude, I'm about to get shot in the back of the head now. So,
Don't worry, I did just download a whole new soundboard.
oh, nice.
So the podcast will be a lot less depressing now.
But yeah, everyone, I think, watching this podcast already knows the world sucks right now and will only get worse before it gets worse. So, I think we're going to try to harp on the not horrible things every single week and just harp on the really horrible things and then proceed with normal activities.
You know, it's going to continue to get worse, but at least the memes are going to continue to get better.
Yes.
Yeah, the memes will be...
The dankest of memes.
They'll be great.
Really the only thing...
Did you guys hear about... Okay, I got one thing I did want to talk about. Did you guys hear about the cruise ships that ran the minefield today?
No?
I did, yes.
What? With
Yes.
people on them?
Four civilian cruise ships. I don't know if they were populated with more than just the crew or not, but
I guess the crew are people.
civilian cruise ships ran the Strait of Hormuz blockade today. They passed through the active minefield.
That's wild.
And it's not clear why.
Interesting.
Because they were paid to. Hey, you guys don't have to pay taxes all year if you prove to us that the strait is actually, or prove to the world the strait is open and run it.
It's actually
right now.
open.
Yeah, we promise it's
Just
open.
ignore
C4
those
cruise liners.
explosions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to know what kind of tax breaks they get for 2026 after that. Freaking wild. And to be clear, taxation's theft anyway. But cruise liners are not known for being the most moral or pro-ecological There's a big thing right now with Carnival. Apparently they were refusing to give whoever inspects cruise ships to not be horrible for the environment and everything, and safety standards, refusing to give over a bunch of documentation and lying about inspections and stuff in Alaska, and it's all getting uncovered like real time right now in the past few days.
Sick.
Interesting.
Apparently, like, they had issues with like scrubbers, which, you know, clean diesel exhaust with seawater, and then just dumped the dirty diesel water into the ocean again and all this stuff. I don't know. It's like coming out real time, and there's like a huge paper trail where they've been lying and they've been refusing to give documents and inspections. Do some research on it. It's like actually hitting mainstream Alaska news. I don't know if you can call that mainstream, but yeah.
So yeah, the four cruise ships that passed the strait today were the first ships to make the passage since the Iran war started.
That's why.
And apparently
It's not a war.
they were cruise boats that were bound for Dubai at the beginning of the war, and then they dropped off all their passengers and got stuck in Dubai for 47 days now. So they were just trying to get them back to their home port, I guess.
That's wild. Wild, dude. I mean, I guess they didn't sink, so I mean that's a plus.
There were no passengers on board, but
That's good.
yeah, I supposedly one of them said over the radio that they saw an explosion near their boat. So
the strait's open. The cruise ships made it through. One has a massive hole in the side, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, exactly.
The strait is open for business.
Strait is open if you're willing to risk it.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. Wild, dude. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Yep, war's over.
I'm sure I don't know.
Yeah. I think the only thing I have left to talk about would be the Vault project, and kind of tie that back into that's the first full-length video I want to make. Which is why I've been kind of pushing, well, one of the reasons I've been pushing to get this organized and set up. But I've talked about it for a few minutes, I think, for the past few episodes, but, and I won't, and I'll talk in depth once we get a full video, or in the full video, but my biggest thing is, like, back up as much data as you want. Hard drives, like, storage is expensive right now, but use what you have to, like, just own your data, and don't rely on the internet for as much. If like the internet goes down, let it be a slight inconvenience, not a world or a life-changing thing. Do y'all remember? I think I told you guys when Verizon had the huge internet outage, or the huge outage, like 2 months ago. I work in a business that directly deals with thanks, it was good to meet you too. Sorry, I forgot we have a chat. The individual that gave me my hand-painted amazing thing is in our chat right now. It was, I guess, a couple months ago now, a customer came in and they were talking, and they were leaving my company, and they were like, I don't know how to go to where I'm going now. And it was like the grocery store or something. It's like, what do you mean? You live here, or I don't know how to get home or something. It's like, I don't have Google Maps. Verizon's down.
If you don't know how to get home,
like,
that's...
It's like, what?
That's
what
truly fucking sad.
It's
like,
First
dude.
of all, know your area. Like, you should be able to get yourself to, like, I'm not saying you have to know, like, every single side road, the name of it, you know, and everything like that, but, like, know the main roads and how to, you know, get around, like, without having to rely on Google Maps. Even if that means just driving around not using Google Maps for a few days. Like, and just reading road signs or like plotting it on a map instead of just giving you turn by turn directions, like telling yourself where you need to turn next. Or just download the maps offline. Like, you should do the first one, but you should also do the second one too. Like, you should know how to get home and go to the grocery store from your somewhere in your own city, your own part of town.
Yeah, the amount of people that genuinely don't know how to get around the place they've lived their entire fucking life is insane.
Yeah.
That's a little sad, honestly.
It really is. And dude, like, I didn't even know what to think.
Tell me you're gonna have fucking dementia in your 60s without telling me, like.
Yeah. Well, and this person was in like their 40s probably, but still, like, you've lived here long enough. I don't know if this person is a transplant or not, is what we call them, but like, they've lived here more than a few weeks. A few months, years maybe. Like, you should know. Especially, like, I don't know where this person came from, but it would be even worse if they literally, like, dropped their car off the day before or something or whatever, and then came and picked it up the next day and didn't know how to get back home. Like, did you forget in a day?
Oh, man.
So, yeah, just, like, think about things like that, guys. I know we've harped on it, and I will continue to harp on it until, you know, people learn and figure things out. But, like, don't be a stupid person. Like, really, it's simple. Like, know how to get home. Download offline maps. Like, just think about stuff. Like, don't rely on the internet and Google and your phone. Like, what would the lady have done if, like, literally something as simple, like, forget, like, national, like, outage, like what happened with Verizon. But what if it just happened if, like, her phone died and her charging cable broke in her car?
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's wild to me.
What if you drop it?
Yeah. Like, come on.
You can't rely on this fucking device in your pocket for your entire life.
Yeah.
That's just
like
not a good idea.
Sure, everyone in my generation had a similar experience. My generation and up or older, it was like, you won't always have a calculator in your pocket in high school, like in math class. You're like, I solved it on a calculator. I don't know how to do the problem. I just know how to enter it on a calculator. And they're like, well, you won't always have a calculator in your pocket. Well, like, actually, I will, but also don't take
Actually,
that
bitch, fuck you, I do.
Yeah, but don't take that to such an extreme where you literally don't know how to do anything without relying on a fragile piece of metal and glass.
Like, no one's saying that you should be able to do advanced calculus in your mind, but, like, come on, dog.
You should know how to do, like, basic addition and multiplication and stuff, you know?
Exactly. The things that you need to do on a daily basis should not
it's just
change
wild.
or leave a tip at a restaurant or something. Like, come on.
And like, we're not even talking about, like, driving across state lines. Like, you should know, like, major interstates probably. Like, you know, for example, I-20 goes from, you know, it runs through these states, South Carolina, or, you know, I-26, you can tell what state I'm from. But, like, just around town. Like, I'm not expecting you to traverse the country. But anyway, I digress.
I mean, just know, even if you don't have the mental capacity to, you know, memorize your whole area, if you have some places that you need to go on a regular basis, you should probably know how to get there multiple ways without having to look it up on your phone.
Yeah. All that to say, guys, once again, we've harped on it for weeks. And there will be a full-length video coming soon, hopefully. But use your brain. Like, stop doom scrolling and killing all your brain cells. And learn a few things about your local area, about life, about how to do things. And I do fully understand, as someone that has brain damage, that you can't retain every single piece of information. So for that information you can't retain, or even the stuff you can retain, write it down or, you know, whatever. But, like, save it onto your phone, onto a hard drive, onto a server, as much as you can. So once again, if the internet goes out, if whatever happens, you still have a source of information. So, and for people that don't know, I know this is very specific to Google Maps. I'm sure Apple Maps and Waze and everything else support it. Google Maps, you can literally download an entire state's map in minutes, and it takes up like no storage in your phone. Like, I think an entire state will take up less than a gigabyte of data on your phone.
Well, it depends on what state.
Okay, that's also valid. So I'm sure any state will take up less than a few gigs and minutes of your time. And there's even a thing where you can literally just download your local data, like your city or whatever. Because that is a valid thing. Like, if something was to happen and roads are closed, you would like to know how to get around them, you know. But there's plenty of like more sophisticated apps that do the same thing, paid and free, that allow you to download everything from a basic map, just 3D or 2D map, all the way to topographic maps, to sat imagery, to all sorts of things. Osmond would be my go-to app to recommend for that. So, yeah. Project Vault video coming soon. It's might not be a how-to video. I think it's going to be more of a breakdown, and these are the resources you can use to set something up similar. And maybe in the future we'll share files and stuff, but it's really going to be more of a breakdown to give people ideas to how to make their own, not necessarily a how-to video or a public repository. But super excited for it. I've been blowing up our group chat and tagging Ian in all sorts of things. Hey, what do you think about this? How can we do this? How can we, you know, what do we want? And super excited for it. That's been like my biggest excitement project for the past few weeks. Other than my thing that I did last weekend that y'all know about that I can't publicly talk about. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you did that thing.
Pretty
Not
cool
a big
thing.
deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can
Not a big
publicly
deal
talk
or
about
anything.
that. It'll be a few months. But
Yeah,
cool thing. Which I still haven't talked to you
we
guys
can
about
say that it. We can say that it raised your life expectancy.
It did.
That's a scientific fact.
Yep. And that can mean lots of different things, but
Yeah.
of course my life expectancy might still be pretty low. Yeah,
Bro's still gonna be all dementiaed out.
I'm gonna be a freaking potato. Ghostmaker00 and I were talking today, and we were talking about how I'm still looking for contracting jobs, and the problem is I'm just not qualified on paper for a lot of them, like, because typically the requirements for like to be considered are 5 years of 11 Bravo or equivalent, or, you know, more than 2 deployments, or, you know, usually the top one is like DD 214 in hand. It's like, oh well,
Right.
you know,
Right.
so I can't even get past that.
Right.
And he was like, have you considered joining the Guard? He's like, it's a really good option. And I was like, after much consideration, I've decided it is not for me, but I appreciate the
I think you should do it. I think you should do it, because then your health insurance problems you have will go away. Well,
I don't
not
have
go
any
away.
health
Have you
insurance
considered-
problems anymore. Wait, do you not know that I don't have health insurance problems anymore? I have health insurance now.
Oh, I didn't know you had health insurance.
Yeah, that started
Hell yeah.
last month. Like, I guess that's not private
Oh,
information.
okay.
I'm not giving you my
Well,
policy number.
I mean,
but yeah.
you say that, but like I have never not had insurance, and my wife's bill for going to the fucking emergency room the other day was still like $30,000. So
Just don't pay
so
it.
like why?
and-
What the fuck do I even pay this fucking premium for? I've been paying the premiums to the same company for the same insurance policy for 7 years at this point.
It's a scam.
It is.
Yeah,
The-
just
the
like every
healthcare
other
industrial
type of
complex is
insurance.
very much a thing.
If in a hypothetical situation, I I have heard that allegedly you can just give them a social security number if they ask at the hospital, or you can just say, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And now you're just giving your debt to someone else.
I've said no. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I've said this several times. I feel like I've said it on the podcast before, but I will say it again. If you are in need of life-saving care, they legally cannot deny that to you
Yes.
at the hospital in the United States because for whatever reason that aspect of our legal system is not broken yet. So there are no rules against giving a false identity to healthcare
What's your name?
professionals.
John. What's your last name? Doe. No,
Yeah.
it's not. Yes, it
Those
is.
two facts combined, you can use those to your advantage
And to
in
be
whatever
clear,
way you so
none
choose.
of this is legal advice.
This is not. Yeah, I am
this
not
is just-
advocating that you commit fraud. But if you need life-saving care and you cannot afford it, then
yeah.
you got to do what you got to do sometimes, and that's life.
Don't die. That's my advice.
Yeah,
like,
it's
just
not
do what
worth
you
dying
have
over.
to do
That's
to
for sure.
not die, unless it's causing someone else horrible.
Yes,
things.
we here at the Devil Drives Lada do not advocate dying.
Yeah. Despite
we
our
recommend you
own
avoid
many
that.
close calls that probably all of us here should have been dead by now. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jesus. Yeah, we don't condone dying.
Thank you, God.
This
we
is one of those
recommend
things
avoiding
where
dying if at all
do as
possible.
we say, not as we do.
Yeah.
Nothing we ever say is legal.
The healthcare industrial complex is very much a thing. And I
Sadly.
think the healthcare industrial complex has teamed with the military industrial complex.
Yes,
to make
literally,
healthcare
literally.
so unaffordable that it's causing people to enlist because they're like, fuck, how else am I going to provide insurance for my family or whatnot? I mean, why the fuck do you guys think I'm still in the military?
Oh man, but that TRICARE though.
Wait. Can one of y'all
It's not even
remind
that
me
good.
of the situation we talked about probably like 2 weeks ago in one of our group chats where I said this is Trump bribing the National Guard to stay loyal in case of emergencies to him? Do y'all remember that? What that was about?
Oh, so I do remember what that was about, and I didn't chime in. But so what that is it's literally just him saying something that's already a thing that's legally been a thing for a very long time, and saying, "Hey, look, I'm doing this," and it's like, well, yeah, you're legally required to do this. You're legally required to give guardsmen benefits for being on Title 32 orders. That's not like you don't get any credit for that.
That's Trump
So
making a
they were
problem
just
and then
announcing
fixing
something,
it?
trying to take credit for something that's been a thing for a very
Legally
long time.
required anyway.
Okay. Because for some reason, now is that only on orders, or is that when you're not on orders?
Yes. So basically, what it was they said was, if you're on Title 32 orders, you get benefits, and it's like, yes, thank you for explaining the law to me.
Right.
Because so Title 32 orders do, I mean, you get some of the same benefits on Title 32 orders that you would get on a deployment.
Yes, but that's only if you're on orders, though. So
Yes,
he
it's
wasn't
only
trying
on-
to change
Yeah.
that. He literally still wanted you to be on orders to get the benefits.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
just saying, look, all these guys on Title 32 orders right now, they're getting benefits, and it's like, yeah, of course
Well,
they are. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, you know, that guy working
Okay.
at Subway, he's getting paid $12 an hour right now, and it's like, yeah, of course he is. You know?
Okay. For some reason, when I first saw it, admittedly, I didn't read the entire thing. I thought it was when you're
We
not
live in
on
a
orders,
society.
That's what he was trying to do. Was give benefits to National Guardsmen even when not on orders. So I guess just misinterpreted the whole thing.
That's what, yeah, the people I've talked to that actually read what it was that was said and that was released were like, it's literally like the things they said are something that's already been
Okay.
legally
All right.
required.
Well,
Yeah.
throw what I said out the window then. Trump just
So like
once
for instance,
doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. For instance, there's still a difference between TRICARE Prime and then TRICARE Reserve
Yes.
Select. Reserve Select you have to pay for, albeit it's not a lot of money, but you still have to pay for it. That's what you get when you're in the Guard or Reserve, and then you get TRICARE Prime when you're on active duty or on Title 32 orders or Title 10 orders.
How
for
much
that
is
matter.
the subscription fee for TRICARE Plus these days?
I think it just
think
comes
it's
out of
about,
your
like-
guard paycheck, doesn't it?
You can set it up different ways. You can take it out of
Oh.
your Guard check, or you can just do a monthly card payment. I always
Yeah, sorry, that was an Amazon joke. That was bad.
this is-
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
it's
No.
it's about like I want to say now I'm paying like $52 a month,
Oh, that's not
but
bad.
that's for just
Oh,
me.
dude, that's half what I pay.
That's
crazy.
less than half of what
Yeah.
I pay, and
So
my
like
work pays
it's
the
I
other
mean like
half.
it's cheap, and I mean it's not bad insurance, but there's definitely better insurance out there. Now, if I were to get married and start claiming dependents and have them also be covered on TRICARE, then it can go up in a. I think a friend of mine who's married with 2 kids, I want to say he pays like $120 something a month, which still isn't a lot when you think about it.
No.
But it's more than
Yeah.
0, which is what
Yeah,
it
it's
would
more
be
than
for
0.
Prime.
Yeah.
Pros and cons to all of all of it. I was gonna say pros and cons to TRICARE and being active duty versus guard, but it's really all just a pro and con game.
Yeah.
The guard is a
If you
good- really
consider
good option
joining
for
the
some
Guard
things.
in the worst era of geopolitical history in America,
In
Yeah,
some ways, I'm sad I didn't join
since the
Guard
Cold
years
War at
ago.
least.
Unless you're completely destitute.
I literally just said the same thing to my wife like yesterday. I was like, damn, I really wish I was dumb enough to sign that fucking contract like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we would be so much better off right now.
Yeah, well, I was dumb enough to do that 10 years ago, so.
I was talking to a couple friends actually in the past couple weeks who I went to UNG with. This isn't a news to the audience, but or you guys for that matter. But I would have been class of 2019 at UNG with a commission. I was already guaranteed a commission because of my Army RTC scholarship. So I was already set up to contract. And so by
Thank you for your
those
services.
numbers, if I would have graduated in 2019, commissioned as a second lieutenant, and then stayed in until now, I would be not quite major promotable, but I would be a captain. All of my peers are captain, soon to be major promotable already.
Yeah.
And I was talking with them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've already been to like 2 or 3 duty stations in some cases. I'm this and this and this,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
dude,
whatever."
my,
It's like, dude, that
one
in
of
some
my best
ways
friends
I
I went to high
regret
school
not
with.
doing that. In others, I'm very happy I didn't.
One of my best friends I went to high school with, we're still really good friends, but he joined the Air Force, so I don't get to see him a whole lot. But he's at like his, how many duty stations? He's at like his 4th or 5th duty station.
Jeez. Oh, he's on quick
And-
rotations then. I guess Air Force is slightly different than Army.
Air
Instead of
yeah,
3 or 4,
It
it's
always
like
varies
2.
a little bit between the branches. But
I guess it also depends on what his job is. What is Air Force?
he's
It's not
been-
MOS in the Air Force. I don't remember what it is.
I think it's, is it like
thought it
MMO
was.
or something?
I don't remember. Is it MOS? Maybe Air Force shares the
It's
Army.
not
and-
MOS. It's
Okay.
something else.
It was something, but yeah. It also is dependent on that because like you have some Army MOSs that you get slotted into, and especially if you find like for certain MOSs there's basically 1 unit, and so you'll be stuck at like
I'm
one
gonna tell you,
place for your
if you
entire
do-
career unless you're overseas.
If you're at that point where you have no other option but to enlist in the Air Guard.
Mm.
It's literally the National Guard, but it's the Air Force.
Or go be a coastie.
So that's about as,
Coasties are
as
cool.
easy as you can think it is, as you can imagine.
Coasties are cool, but also they've gotten really abused this administration.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only if you're a high-speed cool guy in IMCERT, which
That's fair.
odds are you're not gonna be that guy unless you really, really try really hard to be that guy.
If you already think
And
you're
even
that
then, there's a
guy-
solid chance you don't get to be that guy.
if you think you're
Because in
that
the Coast
guy,
Guard
why don't you
specifically,
go
there are
to-
very, very few slots in
Yeah.
that.
Well, they're also
and
very, very
they're
particular.
apparently.
The
Yeah.
Coast Guard, I want to say, is the hardest branch to get into.
The Coast Guard's also not DoD. I don't know if audience knows or doesn't
Coast
know
Guard,
that.
yeah, the Coast Guard is actually not the Department of Defense; they are the Department of Homeland Security. I remember.
Which can be better,
But
in many ways,
you still
but it
get
can also be worse.
all the benefits. You still
Of
get all the
DoD.
benefits. Exactly.
Yes, you are
Doesn't
still
Because
in
they
the
were
only
DoD for a
downside
while.
is-
DoD.
So, the biggest downside
Yeah.
of that, this was in, I want to say, the end of 2018. There was a government shutdown. And at the last minute, they were like, hey, we found funding to still pay
Found
the DOD
funding.
for another, 90 days during the government shutdown. Well, because it was specific to the DOD,
DoD.
the Coast Guard wasn't getting paid because they're not
Yep.
the Department of Defense. They're the Department of Homeland Security.
Yep.
So, yeah. I was getting paid, but people in the Coast Guard were not.
Pros and cons.
I'm
Not
sure
being
for
a part
starting,
of the DoD can be good and a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be calling it the Department of Defense anymore.
The Department
Department
of
of War.
War.
What isn't so? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Because I
We
said
renamed it
that
to
the other
Department
day.
of War, but we're not at war, guys.
We're
I
not
did,
at
I just-
war.
I just
We're not at
broke
war.
my kickstand for my Steam Deck. Whoops. Anyway, I said Department of War the other day, and someone corrected me, and they were like, "It's not actually Department of War. It's just DoD, but like doing business as Department of War." And I was like, "What? Did they not actually change it?" And apparently, from my
Yeah, so
understanding
there's
now, it's
it's
not
like there's-
actually changed.
I think it's like legally the name hasn't changed.
So just like
Yeah.
everything else. So just like everything else, it's fake and gay.
Yeah,
Like,
from my understanding,
Legally, he's
literally,
still the
it's
Secretary of
legally
Defense.
still the Department of Defense.
God, man.
But it's just like doing business as
These
the
fucking
Department of
people.
War. So there's our I said gay earlier and now we said fake and gay. So how many more do we have before it's not acceptable in this episode to say?
that's two. I think we get one more, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna get voted off the island after
Fun
that.
fact: you get 3 N-words per podcast on YouTube. At least that's what they said on Kill Tony.
I'm pretty
So.
sure that I'm pretty sure
Wow.
on our first episode that will never air, Traven dropped it multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, it was way
At
more than
least-
3. It was
At
way
least
more
it
than
was
3.
Traven.
Yeah, to be clear, it
Yeah.
was we. It was none of us. None of us. Oh wow, how do I say that? I don't know how to say that without it being.
If you've ever heard Traven,
It was
talk,
not. It was not
obviously
anyone appearing on this
not
screen
white.
right now.
Yeah. Wasn't it literally just a few weeks ago he came in here in the middle of an episode? He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What game are we playing?" We're like, "We're in the podcast channel." And he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why don't
Yeah.
you stay?" He's like,
proceeds to
"No, I
drop the
can't."
N-word and leave the server.
Was that the last episode we did?
It may have been. We were in the podcast channel. He just like jumped in. He's like, "Hey guys, what are we doing?" I'm like, "The podcast that I told you to come in for." And he's like, "Oh." I was like, "Why don't you hang out with us and join?" He was like, "I can't. I'm busy."
Oh, that fucking guy.
I miss him, dude. He's not dead or gone. Just finding lot lizards near you.
Yeah. He's
Um,
searching for the local lot lizards.
wasn't that a podcast that we were on when he's like, "Hold on, I gotta go," and he like puts his headset down, and all you hear is like someone banging on his door, and he's like yelling at the lady to leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. He stopped at a truck stop to appear on an episode, and he got
he got lot
accosted
lizard.
by the local lot lizards.
That was one of the first episodes. Like,
It was.
That was one
Yeah.
of the first 5, I think.
That was like with Blake and everyone too. I say
Just
everyone. I guess.
let people know how professional we were right out of the
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah, I still tell people. I was telling our one chatter today. I was like, I don't know how he didn't know that we. I mean, once again, I don't advertise the podcast. I just post our Instagram story, and he's like, "Wait, you have a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah." Did you not know? He's like, "No," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I guess." And,
Sorry.
yeah, and I was like, it's really not worth watching, I promise. I was like, we don't do it for the audience, we don't do it for the views. I was like, it's honestly
trash.
the worst podcast you could spend your time watching. He's like, but now I'm gonna watch it. He was like, because that sounds really fun. And I was like, you're more than welcome to. I was like,
It is
occasionally-
public.
Yeah. I was like, occasionally we will hit triple digits in views. I was like, but it's not often, nor do we really care. It's not for you guys. We harp on that like all the time.
Yeah, the podcast is just for us to
Yeah.
talk into the void.
We really don't
And if
care
you guys
if
get
watch or
something out
not.
of it, if the listeners and watchers get something out of it, that's great. And
Yeah,
I'm
honestly,
very
yeah.
glad.
I love sharing
I love
knowledge
that
and
for
stuff
you.
with people. Like, I love sharing the knowledge and stories. And if you are watching, I hope you do get something out of it. I think we do have a couple viewers right now. But, like, I really don't care if you don't watch. Like, it's okay. Please don't feel obligated.
It's not gonna hurt my feelings.
As much as I hate AI, like, I really do, I wish that we could, and maybe this is just me dropping the ball on life, like, summarize and, like, timestamp our videos at important parts where it's like, okay, guys, we actually have valuable information to share with you right now. Please watch, if you're going to watch, please watch this 10-minute section.
This time.
And, like,
Yeah.
like, I wish I didn't have to spend the time rewatching the videos. Oh, dude, I wonder if OBS has a thing where I can just, like, I have to look. That would be kind of cool if I could just, like, highlight a section in OBS. You know, like, GoPro used to have, like, the highlight button on the cameras. Maybe they still do. Where it would,
Right.
like, clip that one section so you could go back and watch it easier. I wonder if
Yeah.
OBS has the same thing. Because that would be cool. We could just add the timestamps directly in the video for...
So
key
I actually
topics.
tried Meta glasses for the first time this weekend.
Ooh, how was it? And can you tell us
I
the
just
context?
did the music part of it,
Okay.
and it's fucking crazy because it's like you're like, it's really good audio, and you're like, what the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. It's not in my ears.
It's bone conduction, right?
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, I'm just waiting for I mean the cyberpunk universe that we're waiting for, where people just go around like, okay, Google, enlarge this guy's balls.
That's your analogy you picked?
Hey Jarvis, explode this man's penor.
Send this guy to the penis explosion chamber.
I've heard they're honestly really cool.
They are really cool.
And for
Like,
those
one
of
my
you that have
soldiers
done videography,
had one, and I put it
Oh,
on,
sorry.
and I was like, well, this is actually pretty fucking cool. And they looked like just regular old Ray-Bans.
yeah, and even for those of you that have done videography, I think both of y'all have tinkered with it, haven't you? With doing like video projects and stuff. It's been very
A
hard
little bit.
for years to get like an FPV angle, like a good one. So like the original,
Yeah.
like think of
Yeah.
early GoPro days, you wore like a headband GoPro, but due to the GoPro lenses and trying to get it adjusted, it wouldn't work. So for a while, the meta then went to having the mouthpiece, or a baseball cap, and then you flip the camera down, but then it's blocking your thing. And then people started wearing like a mouthpiece with a camera mount, so it would like go basically in front of your nose. And that was the best way for a while, but it's not exactly reliable. Like, you can't talk, you can't narrate. The head movements aren't natural, things like that. And seeing the like FPV videos of the Meta Pro or the Meta glasses, it's really cool. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
It is you're actually watching from the point of view
Yeah.
of the person, and it's a really cool experience.
As if your eyes were their eyes. Yeah.
Like, and you think like if
I
you
wish
haven't done
there
it,
was a
you
way
don't-
to use that feature without the rest
There
of
is.
the features of the
But
glasses.
it's not meta.
Because I don't want any of the other things.
I have already looked into
I
it.
just want the camera.
You cannot do that on the Meta ones. There are other brands that allow you to do it. I
Well,
will.
even if they,
Well, so
even
anyways,
if the
just
device
because
allows you to do
I
it,
want to get
all
this out of
the-
there. Just because I said the Meta glasses were cool does not mean my stance on Mark Zuckerberg has changed. That guy is a fucking lizard or an android or something. I don't know what he is, but he's not
The
fucking human.
reptilian. Yeah, none of us here like Meta, to be clear, and none of us like Mark Zuckerberg, but they have made a really cool product. And that's affordable, but it's affordable because they farm your data. But
Exactly.
there are several other
That's what I was about to
brands
say.
that aren't Meta that allow you to use the camera without being connected to their servers. So
Okay, good.
I would look into
Yeah,
those.
that's all I
have a
want.
list somewhere that I found from a YouTube video. I will, if you remind me later, I will send it to you.
All right.
To be with that
Yeah,
said,
because
though, they're more expensive because they're not getting your data. So take that
Right.
for what it
Google,
And that's
show me
fine.
this guy's balls.
is. But like, and you wouldn't think from a video perspective that this is being where the camera is versus like this versus this is not that big of a difference, but it really is.
It is.
Like it
Yeah, it
truly
is.
does change the FPV of a video. And Meta's done a really good job with it, as well as just the other glasses companies that are also making glasses as well. And I will say, I think there is definitely a place for smart glasses. Like, I've seen several brands do it really well already, and I think that's only going to progress. I personally will not buy any yet, especially from Meta. But I can see a world where they are practical and effective at doing certain tasks and helping you do those more efficiently. And from a cybersecurity standpoint or like intelligence gathering standpoint, it is crazy, like crazy what the open source community is doing with them. And actively, like almost in real time, face IDing people, like in public. It is actually wild.
Yeah, that's the problem that I have. That's the problem that I have with them. Like,
So
number one,
I'm gonna go grab something real quick that's relevant to this. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah.
okay. Number one, so far it seems like everybody that I see wearing them, it's always just the worst people
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a
wearing and using these things.
Hey.
And
So
two,
my app crashed, and I don't have.
they
so I don't know where
never-
the camera's pointing. But in that vein, these glasses they have like a weird tint to them.
Mhm.
These are infrared blocking, and they do not allow retina
Nice.
scans. Like when wearing these
That's nice.
glasses, can't even use Face ID on my phone.
Can you switch back to your other
yeah,
ones
because it
very
just
quickly?
sees it as two.
Can you look at
What?
the camera and switch back to, or look at me and then switch glasses real quick? I want to see your ring light is doing weird things with these, and I want to see how it reacts to your normal
okay.
glasses. Yeah, look at you see the color tint, Ian?
That's cool.
I actually
Yeah.
can't because my app crashed, so I don't have
Oh,
video right
yeah,
now.
no, you still look fine. So look at the color tint change on his LED ring light.
Yeah. All you
That's
can
wild.
see is
You
the
see the
IR
infrared.
getting
Yeah, you see
reflected,
the
yeah.
red left from the infrared.
That's cool.
Yeah. And these aren't expensive. These are a regular pair of prescription glasses, and I ordered them from Zenny, which is where I get all my glasses from. And
I'm
this is one of
gonna
the new
look them up
options they were
right
offering,
now.
and I was like, let me try that, and it actually, I mean, it works.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. So it's always an option in the age of facial recognition, and now with medical glasses and stuff, you can literally have glasses that do the fucking cyberpunk facial recognition thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I was. That
It's
was about to
wild.
be my second point.
Yeah. But yeah,
it
in the era of
really-
that,
It really pisses
These
me
are
off
little
how people are just recording all the time without like getting other people's consent or anything like that. They're just like just walking up to people and recording them like from a couple feet away, face to face, without saying like, "Hey, I'm recording with my glasses" or something like that. Like that seems rude as fuck to me.
For audience and for you guys, it's called Zenny ID Guard, Sean. I'm assuming that's what you have. They seem to like be the only ones offering like a mainstream thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's it. Yeah.
And I shout out to Zenny Optical for this. Zenny ID Guard Innovation, advanced lens coating delivers anti-infrared technology and signature style. Your face isn't a database. Your biometric data is being collected. Most people never even know. Infrared is everywhere. Cameras use infrared light to map your face. ID Guard reflects it. Pink means protected. That pink sheen, it's not just a vibe. It's smart lens tech in action. Opt in to privacy. Dude, shout out to them for that, honestly. Like, that's really based.
And it doesn't
Good
cost
marketing.
any more than like getting transitions lenses. They're not that they're not super expensive.
Honestly, we'll look into this right now.
Zenny's cheap anyways, so
I might look into this right now. I don't even wear glasses, but I might get a pair of just coated
I'm
lenses.
about to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a real thing, guys. Just spend a few minutes while watching this podcast. Listen to us right now. Go do some, just search, like open source Face ID or face recognition software. And you will find that you, at home, with a decently powerful computer and an internet connection, can Face ID nearly anyone in the world in some cases, minutes. From your smart glasses or from your phone video camera. Like, it's actually wild.
yeah.
And if you pair that with other things, and open source is not a bad thing by any means. We are very open source friendly people here. I'm just saying this is open source stuff that you don't have to pay for. You don't have to, like, you can self-host this. This is not some crazy government technology. This is something you can do at your home. Or, in some cases, from your mobile device. Like, this technology is out there for better or for worse. And it's crazy what it can do. And I promise you don't know the extent of it. Unless, well, you do, and then you're well aware what I'm talking about and the problems and risks of it. And honestly, from a moral standpoint, I'm really not against it. If it's for your own personal, like, for example, if I ran that at my home lab server here at the house, wearing my, like, jailbroken Meta glasses that's not reporting back to Meta, I really don't see an issue with it. But it's the fact that Meta has the ability to see everything going through your glasses and is doing that, and is collecting all that information and data on everyone that your glasses see, whether you're recording or not, is wild. And that's what I have problems with, is like the mass corporate data collection. It's crazy. I have some good friends. Well, not good. I have some friends that have 2 kids, and both of them are not on their social medias at all. Like, if they post a family picture, the kids' faces are blurred out. Like, super awesome.
Yeah, I'm a
pretty based.
I'm a firm believer in that.
However, here's a really sad hot take. It really doesn't even matter, though. Like,
No, it doesn't.
It
matters in the sense that like you shouldn't make it easier for people.
Yes. Yeah,
but
don't make it
doesn't
easier.
matter.
But, yeah. We talked a few weeks ago about one of the major retail store selling their camera footage for data collection. I don't remember who it was, but let's just, in this hypothetical situation, say it's Walmart. Every single kid, baby, everything walking in and out of their store is now just up for grabs. Like, some major corporation bought it for millions or billions of dollars, and AI is now being trained on your baby. And your baby can now probably be accurately have their face recreated, reconstructed, aged up 5 years, aged up 15 years, and
You guys
has
ever,
ID tags because you paid with your credit card. Like, it's
Have you
wild.
ever watched the movie The Creator?
I have not. to my knowledge.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good movie. I fucks with it. It's got John David Washington, but
I don't think
where was
Jamie
I going
knows who
with
that
that?
is.
Oh, so there's
not.
like
Sorry, I
a
got distracted
concept
for a
of it. It's very cyberpunk in that like similar concept to Blade Runner. There's like synthetic human beings, but you can there's ads throughout the movie where you can donate your likeness.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Yes, I've seen this movie.
Yeah. And then he's going to find. He thinks he's found
Yes.
the person he's looking for, and it's just a
Yes.
fucking
It is
robot.
a wild movie. Wild movie.
really freaking good movie. Also, they took some really cool cinematic. They took a really cool cinematic approach to it as well. So
And also,
just a cool movie.
this might be. In fact, I know this is a hot take. And we may have even talked about it on the podcast because it was a really cool experience for me. If you can throw away, I know this is kind of the point of a movie, the plot, but if you can throw away some of the big plot holes and plot issues with the newest Tron movie, it's actually a really good watch.
Actually, I haven't seen it. I've been meaning to watch it.
I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to.
I did.
I will say that.
too. It has some obvious major flaws from a story and
I
plot and
really
technology
just hate
perspective.
Jared Leto on a personal level.
I actually really like. I mean, that's fair too. I really liked him in the movie though, a lot. But I
That's what I was about to
really
say.
Thought
He surprised
the movie
me.
came out at a perfect time with the perfect language. And I really have a cool respect for that movie, and I thought it was really ironic, on the bad side, that after that movie came out, that's when Disney partnered with OpenAI and Sora, and that partnership came out. However, thankfully, that has now fallen by the wayside and is no longer a thing, and Disney has pulled any and all contracts from AI now. That does not mean they might not just start their own AI Disney Princess business, but that to say, it is a really good watch from a AI perspective, and this stuff, we might sound like tinfoil hat people talking about the AI and how it's tracking your children with their names attached because your credit card at Walmart, blah, blah, blah. It really actually isn't. Not even diving into the flock issues, which we've talked about on the podcast. Not diving into
Don't even get me started on flock security.
What is it called? The pricing...
Dynamic pricing.
Yes, dynamic pricing. Thank you.
Yeah.
About I know I found this one out about the wedding registry, the free online wedding registries, basically selling your data and then partnering with flight companies to charge you more for flights because they know you're buying flights for that weekend. All sorts of things like that. Not even deep diving into all that. This is all real, guys. Actually all real, happening in your daily life, and you may or may not even realize it yet. Or at all.
I promise you, the most convoluted, sinister shit that you can imagine, it's worse.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's worse.
Yeah. I mean, to put it to how bad it is, let's roll back the clock 5 years. And Tesla engineers were watching female masturbation videos from Teslas, and that was 5 years ago. Because the cameras were always on, going back to Tesla servers. That was then. Now think what's happening.
Yeah.
This stuff gets progressively worse, exponentially over time. And 5 years ago, they had access to your in-car cameras, watching you do explicit things, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
I know he said no more.
Speaking of things that make me worried for the future, do you want to talk about the Gooniversary?
Oh
now?
yeah. Good.
Have you
good
guys-
transfer. I was gonna say I find it ironic that we were saying we don't want more sad world is horrible podcast, and then we transfer into this. But yeah,
World is a fuck.
Let's
Indeed.
I don't know if the audio is working. Hold on, let me test. Where's my scroll bar down here? Oh, wait,
Shout
no,
out to Andrew Callahan and the rest of the Channel 5 crew for
Yes, we
covering
will-
this really culturally impactful story.
Yes, we will not. This is a 24-minute video. We will obviously not watch the full thing. We highly recommend you.
No,
to
yeah,
just
you can
go
just
to their
watch the
YouTube
first
channel
couple
to watch
minutes.
it. But we will watch the first couple minutes and give you our cringe reactions. And
Yeah, I just
please
want to
go
see
to
what you
their-
guys have to say about it.
Yeah. Sean, if you don't mind, oh wait, here. It would probably be easier for you to go to the link yourself. It's in the Discord chat in the top right if you click show chat. So that way I don't have to stream it twice, and then you have to try to switch audios and everything. Let me test audio.
Have you been here?
Okay. Oh, that is clipping immediately. Alright. This might be loud, guys. I don't have any monitor on of how loud it actually is for OBS, but I will try to manage it from OBS. Okay. Sean, do you have it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start it for everybody.
Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Police say a man took his own after getting caught committing a sex crime in the drive-thru of a coffee shop.
Say his name! Nautica! Say his name!
Nautica's death is bigger than 9/11.
This was a recurring
9/11.
incident that all the girls were aware of.
You killed that. Nautica was a gooner.
He was left behind by his wife and 2 kids. Do you think they consider him a goon lord?
I think
I don't understand a lot of what's happening
Just
here.
like my father. He was a gooner himself.
Yeah.
You know he did it in that parking spot.
No shit. That was messed up.
I analyzed that video over 1,000 times. That man had pants on.
Have you ever exposed
That
yourself
man
in the
had
drive-thru?
pants on.
No, but I probably will in my future.
He said no, but I probably will in my future.
Acting like it's a joke is damaging for everyone involved.
The spirit of the gooner.
The spirit of the gooner.
Not gonna lie. The girls in the
Wake
balaclavas.
up, goon. Sleep,
I could
goon.
probably fix
breakfast
them.
goon, lunch goon, dinner goon. You're gooning about 10 times minimum a day.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi. Hi.
Is that
My
a
name's Trey, and
Is
we're
that a
about
ferret?
to attend the Gooniversary. The Gooniversary is the
Gooniversary.
one-year celebration of the Goonerol since Nautica Malone's passing.
Rest in peace, goon lord.
At
Yeah,
time of
dude, the
his
creep
death,
is
I
like
was currently in
handling
Los
a
Angeles,
ferret
California.
the whole time he's talking. It's
immediately
very,
drove down here
very
and started
unsettling.
Coordinating the first Gooniversary, which was the Goonerol, which is what I'm wearing here. This was his official flyer.
Say his name! Nautica! Say his name!
the Goonerol?
This is a event for men's mental health
They're
and
punching on his
prevention event.
ferret.
I think making this event is a very good, staple point for people that are in the gooning community, and it's a place where we can all come out and be ourselves. We don't have to, be in fear.
You realize like a man is dead, right? There is a genuine tragedy in this story.
100%.
And I do feel it's a bit of a joke to you.
Her tie
Not
fit
at
is
all.
hilarious.
All proceeds today will be donated to the American Foundation for Prevention. Everything that we're doing is for prevention.
I can't see where you're at in the video, so.
We've all done dumb shit before,
minutes,
but
19
he had 2
seconds.
kids counting on him, and he had a lapse in judgment, and now here we are.
I feel for the dude, low key. Not that I'm like riding around with my pants down, going to drive-thrus or whatever, but the way it was handled and everything, I don't fuck with that.
I mean, honestly, hold on, I'll pause it for a second. There's one guy with the Spider-Man balaclava on, and he's like, I feel for the dude. He's like, just by the way it was handled, he's like, I'm not saying I agree with him or anything, but by the way it was handled. Honestly, kind of fair.
Yeah, there's a couple of dudes there that have like semi-reasonable takes, but
Yeah.
there's some wild shit coming
The-
out
the-
of the rest of these guys' mouths.
The guy before the Spider-Man balaclava,
Here
hold
we
on.
are. But he had 2
He's
kids
wearing
counting
like
on
an
him.
M65 jacket. Hold on. Oh,
Prevention. Everything that we're doing is for prevention.
Point of this is about prevention. We've all done dumb shit before, but he had 2 kids counting on him, and he had a lapse in judgment,
we've all done dumb stuff before. He had 2 kids counting on him, and we've all had a lapse in judgment.
and now here we are.
I feel
like, honestly, that's kind of fair. Like, not that I, once again, not like the guy in the Spider-Man, like, not that I'm running around with my pants down, but at the same time, like, it probably wasn't handled great. So, I mean, that's fair.
For the dude, low key. Not that I'm like riding around with my pants down, going through drive-throughs or whatever, but the way it was handled and everything, I don't fuck with that.
By the way it was handled, Yeet's twin here means the
I
beginning.
mean, I don't understand what it is that they're actually like. What is their point?
In order to identify
Like,
him,
are they
which
protesting
went
for the
viral,
right
scoring
to
tens of
jerk their
millions of
shit in
views
public,
overnight.
or like what is the?
I stopped on the bikini dude or chicks. I think they're fixable, boys. Here, I will just
What do you mean fixable?
There we go. Like, I don't know. Seems fixable to me. Also, why does she have a giant rat tattooed on her upper stomach? Like, I'm not gonna.
I
judge
have
people's
several
tattoos,
questions, but
I'm a bit confused on that one. Also, the girl on the left, I'm pretty sure that is a snake on her leg. I think on her like left leg, and it looks identical to the no step on snake like hand drawn Gadsden flag with like the squiggly line snake.
no. I specifically requested the opposite of this.
Can you see it? It literally looks like that.
No.
I'm sharing it in Discord. I'm sharing it on the screen in Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, look, girl with the cheetah print on her like left thigh. It looks like a snake, and it looks like that snake. No, is that just a me thing?
No, I don't see it.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
For the Goon Lord, apparently.
For the Goon Lord.
But
yeah, like, is this where we're at, really? As a people, as a nation?
I'm telling you, I'm not saying that the Zoomers make too much money vibe coding and have too much free time, but there's definitely signs that they are.
I really wish I knew what was wrong with my Discord app.
Oh. Could you still watch the video? Were you able to watch it?
No. My Discord's been down. I can't see. I can hear you guys.
Oh, well, dang. I would have sent you the video. Dang it. I wanted your... Hold on.
No, I did watch the video.
Oh, okay.
I watched it on my phone, though.
Yeah.
After this, you guys should go back and watch the rest of it, because it's fascinating.
Yeah, y'all got a little taste.
It's truly a window into another world.
Definitely go watch it. Channel the Gooniversary is the name of the video. Channel 5 News, I think is what it is. Oh, Channel 5 with Andrew Callaghan. Oh, and it's sponsored by NordVPN.
Yeah.
I just read the description. Fantastic.
Perfect sponsor for that video.
Here's a crazy thing. I don't want to tangent again completely, but so not NordV. Proton Mail. Apparently, Proton Mail is not a trustworthy source for your stuff anymore because they doxed a guy to the FBI. So, allegedly, this has all been very documented at this point.
Allegedly.
IT.
Shout out to the Republic of Sealand, the only true safe place for your data at this point.
From my understanding, the FBI did not get his messages because they were in fact end-to-end encrypted and did not have access to them. However, Proton Mail, and I'm not saying this guy's a great guy or not. I have no idea what he actually did. For all I know, it was child porn, and he deserves to, have horrible things happen to him. But that was kind of the point of Proton Mail, is completely anonymous, and like no, even like we all are entitled to our own privacy. But not how you use it, of course, but we are all entitled to our own privacy. And Proton Mail turned over all of his personal... Basically, Proton Mail doxed him to the FBI. And due to the fact they could not give them the emails he had, from my understanding, they gave the FBI all the other information. So, yeah. That sucks. Find a new source to keep your stuff safe. Honestly, is it at what point is it you just host your own email server? Like, honestly.
No, I'm telling you guys, the Sealand project.
Oh yeah,
I sent that in the chat a while back.
Yeah. Hold on, let me add that.
So for those who are not familiar, the Republic of Sealand is one of the smallest nations in the world. It's a sovereign nation established on an old World War II defense tower in the French Channel between the UK and France. So it is one family. They are their own sovereign nation, so they're not beholden to any, laws of the land other than their own. And they, through the goodness of their hearts, offer hosting services for VPN and private email and stuff like that for very affordable prices. It's worth looking into if privacy is something that you care about.
Yes. I just made a note to circle back to that for myself. We should honestly... The problem is none of us are cybersecurity experts. All of us dabble in the art. And at one point I technically, I guess, was, at least on a paper certification level.
Yeah, same.
It's
I let mine
really
lapse, but I was certified at one point.
Technically, both of us were certified cybersecurity professionals. But it's an ever-changing world, which is why you have to re-up certs. But then also there are just people much, much smarter about it than I. And Ian combined.
It's levels to this shit, dog.
But that would honestly be a decent video because it ties into all of what we do and what we preach and teach and talk about, is like how to keep yourself safe as possible. And like not have it be sponsored by NordVPN or something. So maybe I will collect some things, even if it's just resources to share. Like, here's some videos on this. Like Sean's like IR glasses. Like, dude, I'm literally gonna try to buy some because that's fantastic. I had no idea that existed. So
yeah, I'm about to go get some of those too.
I would love to kind of put a list together and figure that out. Sean, do you have any more things like that?
No. And believe it or not, I kind of accidentally stumbled across those. I need a new pair of glasses, and I was just looking at, and I'm not even sure if these are the ones I meant to order. I think I meant to order a different kind, but I'm glad I did order these because
I mean, yeah,
very neat. Very neat.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try to find that, so that'd be awesome. Or try to buy that. You found it, but yeah. So I'll make that another video idea. Even if we don't make a video out of it, because once again, none of us are really, really good at this. Even if I can just, or we can direct you guys to the people that are. Oh, we know, Ian, you have met this person of mine a few times. We know a few cybersecurity professionals. One of them you've met one time.
Mm-hmm.
He would be willing to come on. He would be a balaclava man also, but he might be willing to talk about some stuff. So yeah, that'd be cool. Let's make that an episode, at least a podcast episode, if not a full-length video or something. So I'll work on that. Do you guys have anything else you really want to talk about?
Yes.
That covers all of my stuff.
Uh,
Are y'all good for next weekend?
yeah, I don't know.
I am.
I
think I'm good for
will
next weekend.
not be around.
Oh.
That's all the detail I will
yeah.
He's gonna
be
be in
giving on this
Yeah.
recorded forum.
Yeah, we can talk. You talked to us about it already. I remember.
Yeah, you're taking your trip to Kazakhstan.
Yes, I will. I will not be in the continental United States at the time.
He will be Oconus in Kazakhstan.
Yeah,
He's going to Kazakhstan to
Trying to-
meet Borat.
reenact a famous invasion from the 90s.
Completely unrelated, but I have found out that Chechen folk music fucking slaps.
I think we talked about that on the podcast a few weeks ago. Are you still on that?
Did we?
I think that was a few episodes
Chechen
ago.
music, Bosnian turbo folk also goes really hard.
I'm not familiar with the latter.
Chechen folk music.
Oh, actually, I do have one quick thing I want to talk about. I'll make it quick. I told you guys about how I was talking to my significant other about American police. Y'all know where I'm going with this already.
Maybe.
And we were talking about how you have like normal cop cars, then you have unmarked cop cars, and then in a lot of areas having an unmarked cop car or using an unmarked cop car for traffic violations is illegal. And, well, for a lot of things. And then so, instead of making them unmarked, they made them stealth decals where you can only read it from certain angles. And so, like, you can't really tell if it's a cop car or not until the light hits it just right. And then you're like, oh, it's a cop car. And she was like, what? She's like, that's a thing? Like, what do you mean there's unmarked cop cars and they're stealth? And wait, so do, like, they just find ways to get around the laws, blah, blah, whatever. I don't remember exactly. And it was like, yeah. And that's exactly what happens. And then...
yes. Secret police, a sign of a healthy democracy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not going to dox her. That will be for a future mistake, hopefully in years from now. But, or what country, but it's like, yeah, it's almost like certain countries in the world, aka all of them but America, think secret police are bad. Except for, ironically, Americans, where we brag about our freedom.
Yeah. Weird
Like,
how that works out, isn't it?
Like, even just from my experience in experiences in Ukraine, I can't name a single Ukrainian that was like, yeah, we love our secret police. We love the FSB. It's like... Which, to be clear, I mean, even in Ukraine...
We
the
love
like,
them. The secret police, we love them.
Yeah, and to be clear, the secret police in Ukraine is basically just... like the CIA or FBI, but then also they have like task force and military and stuff like that. But it's not even like Russia levels of FSB, and like even they could be like, oh yeah, it's horrible, we shouldn't have it, blah blah blah, and yeah. Yet Americans.
Did you see the video of what's the Ukrainian organization that goes and drafts people, like mobilizes people?
I forget the acronym. Our great friend, Anarchist Sports Club, or Anarchist Sports Pub. Oh,
yeah.
I forgot what. Has some very choice words and can talk about it all day.
Yeah. Have you seen that video that she posted recently of them trying to mobilize that American dude?
Yes. In a hotel room. We're American. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. We're American. So I have a funny story. I think I've told this on the podcast. Last year when I was in Ukraine, I visit almost year. Well, I don't want to. I visit often enough. And I was there last year, and we were me and a buddy were leaving the train station. No, not even leaving the train. We were next to the train station. We're at the shopping mall next to the train station. And there's like 3 military dudes and like a police officer or something standing like with an iPad and like looking at people. Like anyone that is like has any kind of situational awareness, knows when someone's looking for people or looking for someone. And so we come up these stairs and we're like coming around the corner. We can see them from like 50 meters away. They're like scanning, checking everybody. Not physically checking, but like looking at people. And we get a little bit closer, and
Assessing.
one of them eyes me, or eyes us, I should say. And I caught it. I would like to think I was subtle enough to where he did not see me watching him also. And we walk a little bit closer, and I don't speak great Ukrainian or Russian, especially anymore. But I spoke enough to basically, it was like, hello, sir, whatever. Obviously, I'm not gonna
Hello,
stop.
sir or ma'am.
Yeah. And I don't stop, and I keep walking, and it gets louder, and then a little bit more aggressive, and we're just like him and my buddy I'm with. We're talking. He is also not Ukrainian. He's a foreigner, and not American though. So I was American, and he is from another European country, and we're just talking, having a conversation. Quietly, but I don't want them to hear the conversation. And finally, they like start running up to us behind us. And I hear like the boots like cook. And I don't remember if we allowed them to, because we knew what was up. Like, we're not stupid. I don't remember if we allowed them to like tap us on the shoulder, or if we just like both turned around right before they got there. And they're like, basically like, what the hell? We told you to stop, in Ukrainian. And we're like, hello.
Right.
And they're like, and you can like see their faces, and they're like looking at each other, and they're like, do you have ID or something like that? And we're
Where's
like,
your papers?
yeah, and we're basically like, yeah, we're not Ukrainian. And they're like, but do you have your ID? And it was very obvious what they were there for. And they wanted us to throw us in the back of a van and send us to the front lines and recruit us. And I keep my military ID on me.
People don't realize that Ukraine is doing that too. People don't think Russia's.
Yeah, it's Ukraine too.
It's common knowledge that Russia's doing that. But most people don't realize Ukraine's been doing that for a hot minute.
Yes, and I love Ukraine.
Since
to the point of
20,
I literally fought there.
16?
No. That's a new thing. Like actually, like throwing people in the back of vans and stuff. That's a very new thing. That's like 2020. Well, really 2022 to now, I guess. But it's really started ramping up since more are dead. They're running out of people. I mean, not literally, but there's a significantly less amount of people than there were. If you want to learn more about this, watch our episode with Anarchist Sports Club. Why am I drawing a blank on that?
Sports Club.
Yes, Sports Club.
Club
I don't
with a
know
C.
why it's a few, probably like 6 episodes ago now. She's awesome. She is very pro-Ukrainian. She is. I won't disclose travel plans. Her and I still keep up quite often and talk. And
if I'm not mistaken, is she there right now?
I can't say. I might be able to say, but I don't know if it's my place. Check her out on Instagram. You might be able to figure out where she is, if she is or not there, or what she's doing. She will be back on very soon. We talked about it, I think, last week, of her coming back on. So, that will hopefully happen soon. Her and I still keep up. But she is very pro-Ukrainian, not Ukrainian government. She will make that very clear, and she has made that very clear in the past. She is pro-Ukrainian people and pro-helping, well, people in general. But she will straight up yell at Ukrainians trying to kidnap people. Or fist fight them, in some cases. I think she has a few stories about similar situations. Those are her stories to tell. But anyway, like, I love Ukraine. They're awesome. I don't love the Ukrainian government. I've made that clear before. I don't like any governments. Especially ones that are corrupt and fill in the blank, just like all governments are. But, yeah, it's not just Russia kidnapping people. It is very much Ukraine. But, yeah, we're at the airport, or at the train station. They start talking to us. And we're saying, I keep my military ID with me for a reason, but that's like my emergency get out of jail card, is handing them my military ID, which, like, that shouldn't be an issue, but, I don't want to sit there and pull out my military ID and then have it questioned of why I have a military ID, you know, what the, you know, why there's these dates, you know, whatever. Like, I'd rather just deal with my passport. And so they're yelling at us for documents. Well, I pull out my American passport. My buddy pulls out his other European country passport. And we hand them to them. And the looks on their faces were, like, so upset. Like, dude, we can't throw these guys in a van today. Like,
so
what the hell?
disappointed.
And we're like, yeah, we're not Ukrainians, are we? Or something. And we're, like, taunting them at this point. Like, not trying to, like, be thrown in the back of a van, but also, like, they can't do anything because we were not doing anything wrong. And so he, like, scans our passports and, like, or takes a picture of them, like, waits a second. And then he's like, here you go. And, like, the most disappointing, like, sounding voice. And we're like, yeah, later, man. And they're just, like, so upset, and they, like, walk back with their heads down, like, back to the area where they were watching. And it was like, yeah, you, like, read the room, guys.
Damn, thought we was about to get a couple.
But yeah. It's a real thing. It's really sad. I can't... Y'all know who I'm talking about? I know y'all know if you use your 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 telepathy with me. Someone we know has a family member that was just basically kidnapped within the past couple months. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's no telepathy there. But
yeah, there's no telepathy there. Hit us up offline.
Yeah. And it's like
I'm
a real
like,
thing.
who the fuck?
Hold on. I will message it right now. Hold on. Sorry, I want to partially have a conversation. Sorry for the failed telepathy. Sent.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
What,
I
like
did
one of his
not
in-laws or
fucking know
something?
that.
Oh, did you not?
No. What the
No.
fuck?
That's definitely in chat up somewhere. Probably like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It was not him, to be clear. It was a family member.
Oh, yeah,
but-
yeah. I figured it wasn't him.
But it was.
He's American.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's been a very worrying thing. That was a few. That was a
That's
couple
fucking
weeks
crazy.
before I was there last, or when I was there last. Like that was an in-process thing while I was there. So yeah, like it is actually a real thing. It's very sad. It should not be a thing. I've made it very clear on my thoughts on a draft over the past couple of years. One second. Hold on.
I feel really shitty now for not knowing that.
Oh no, I think it's fine. Okay. Now? Oh, okay. All right. Well, not now then. All right. Yeah. So really sad situation. It's a real thing. It shouldn't be happening, and Ukraine government is not perfect, just like none. And don't trust your government. They will turn on you very quickly and send you off to a war that you may or may not believe in the moment they get the chance.
The existence of the state implies the existence of violence.
Yeah. So
every single time.
And I
There's
have
not been a
said
single
this
time in history.
Yeah.
Where the state never committed violence on its own people in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Literally. It's impossible, I think. I would say it's actually impossible. That's kind of like how it works. Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
It doesn't. The existence of the state doesn't just imply state-sanctioned violence; it necessitates it.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
And I've said it before. This was a huge thing when I was in Ukraine, and when I came back, I had multiple people say, like not just one, multiples say, "Hey, why did you go fight for the most corrupt government in the world?" I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Okay, you're good.
Israel?
What are you talking about? I didn't. Yeah, I didn't enlist
What are you
the
talking
idea.
about? I didn't go to Israel.
Yeah. and I basically had to say, I was like, "What do you mean the most? Like, have you not seen ours?" And the looks I got, dude, they were like, "What do you mean?" Like, we don't just bribe politicians.
Oh, so
we
you
don't
just haven't
just
been
do
paying
this
attention.
and this,
Cool.
and they're just like listing off things that Ukraine is obviously, like, the Ukrainian government is obviously guilty of. And it's like, and they're saying we don't do that stuff here. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like actually, the only difference is the U.S. has more.
That's
money,
just what we've
power.
admitted to
Yeah.
publicly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we have done all of those things publicly. We have, and it's like we've done all that but more. I was like, and my biggest thing was just our government is so wealthy and powerful that we can hide it that much better. I was like, that's really the only difference. Our government, any government, does the same thing. It just depends on how public knowledge it is, which typically, I think if you had like a graph of where it meets, is like more money and power equals better at hiding it, because, well, that's kind of how that works.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's very sad. Sad world. But, hopefully it'll get better.
The Soviets wrote about this.
Hopefully.
I think a lot of people wrote about it, though, Ian.
There was this one gentleman, sort of a mountain man. He
yes.
he wrote a nice little book on this.
He did. It's really good. I haven't read the whole thing yet.
R.I.P. to the legend.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, I found out Oompaville actually just posted a video on how the reason he went crazy was probably because he was the subject of an MK Ultra experiment in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying
I didn't know that
yeah,
until
y'all-
now. I just thought.
Wait, you
that-
really didn't?
No, I didn't.
We've
Because
talked
I
about
knew
that, dude.
obviously, like when you look at his like history, and you're like, okay.
Oh, you
there
thought it was just like a
some turning
meme?
point, and no, like I didn't know what the turning point was that made
No.
him.
Dude, we've
go
literally
the way he
talked
went,
about
and then
that.
now- yeah, I found out about the fucking
No.
MK Ultra experiments that he was a part of.
You
Yeah,
did
you
not know
thought that was
We've
just a
literally
meme?
talked about
That's-
that with us. We
yeah.
have talked about it with you. I personally have had that conversation with you. You have forgotten. this.
Okay, hold on. Have you heard about the connection between MK Ultra and Charles Manson yet?
Yeah,
I
I've been
don't
about
know
that one.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
that.
I don't
Okay.
know the
I've
specifics of like what exactly and when and who, but I do know that he was the product of some kind of MK Ultra involvement.
Yeah, and also that the Manson family had an FBI handler that
Oh, I
bailed
did
them
know
out of
this.
jail
Yes.
at one point.
I did know this actually.
And also they wanted to use them to I think this was actually the FBI, not the CIA, wanted to use the put a lot of attention on the Manson family to, I want to say it was like to take focus off of like cartel operations or something that were happening at that period in time. I can't remember. If you look for it hard enough, it's out there. But the reason the government and the media focused so much on Charles Manson was they just needed a good cover up to cover up something else that they were doing.
Something else.
Yeah,
Something else.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was something like that. The government was working with the cartels or something at the time.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
The Manson family was in the 60s, so the cartels weren't really too hot yet.
I was thinking of the same operation that had a certain movie title name, but no, that's later. That was 80s.
You're
Fast
probably
and
thinking
Furious.
of the Iran-Contra thing.
No, I was thinking about
In
the
the
cartel,
80s,
the
yeah.
Fast and Furious.
That's what I was
cartels.
thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
that's
No, it was
that's-
something about like they wanted to use the Mansons to start a race war or something like that because it was around the civil rights movement era.
It was also during the Vietnam War.
Yes.
I mean,
and they wanted to use that to they wanted to exploit what was going on with Charles Manson.
Yeah.
To try to start a race war or some shit like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To distract
y'all-
people from the draft and Vietnam and all of that. Yeah.
Did y'all see Dude, we keep tangenting. It's inevitable. But welcome to the Devil Drives Lada podcast. There's a one of the famous podcasters recently had somebody on, and he was talking about how all these conspiracy theorists make up how Israel killed JFK because the American people just want to blame Israel for everything now. Did y'all see that?
No.
He was like, can you believe these crazy Americans think that Israel killed JFK because these alleged nukes that they don't have, he wanted to inspect them? And so they chose to kill JFK because of that?
Benjamin
from nukes that
Netanyahu,
they
if you
don't
can
even
hear me,
have?
my HOA is weeks from developing a nuclear weapon.
Dude, I was watching that. I thought I sent it to you guys. I may have. I'll go back and find it. But I was like, I just watched like an Instagram
My
clip
HOA
of
is
it.
about to agree to a nuclear non-proliferation treaty.
My for 20 years, my HOA has been 2 weeks away. Or 30 years,
Yeah.
30 years, excuse
I
me.
swear, man, they're 2 weeks away.
I talked to not once again. We'll finish with a laugh and not bad news. I talked to a family member about the Iran conflict, and the quote. Sean already knows what I'm talking about. The quote was, "But what were we gonna do? Let Iran have nuclear weapons?" And I was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then, hold on. I think I can find. I think I can find the quote very quickly. It was like, you know what they would do
Also,
if they had
they're
nuclear
actually not
weapons?
trying to develop nuclear weapons. It's nuclear energy that they're working on.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I think the quote was, "We can't let. What were we gonna do? Let Iran have nukes? We know the first thing that they would do with them is nuke Israel." And I think I replied,
I already said yes. You don't have to sell it to me.
I'm sorry, that was very antiseptic of me.
What did you
dude,
say?
Okay,
I missed
one last
I said I see that as a win.
Yeah.
The one last
Like,
tangent. I
you
went
don't-
and I tried to find. I was another family member that was also connected to this conversation. I was doing my best to educate. Y'all also know who I'm talking about. I started just dumping information dumping. That it's not the Jews, it's a Zionist issue. And we've talked about it on the podcast, whatever. And I found the video of what I thought was a new thing of a bunch of Jewish rabbis protesting Zionism and their issues with Muslims and Iranians and the Gaza Strip. And I sent that to him. It was a Vice video. And I thought I was finding the modern version. What I didn't know is I started watching it and I was like, oh, I think this is the video I'm looking for, and I sent it to him. And then after I sent it, I went and looked at it. It was dated like 2016. I was like, what? I was like, this has been
going
an
on
issue
for decades
since
at this point.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know that like
This has kind of been an issue since, what was it, 1946?
Yes, but I didn't know that like
1947, I'm sorry.
To an extent of Vice doing like an article on it that like the Jewish community was standing up to it for that long. I thought like the newer like rabbis protesting and the Jews protesting and like going to Times Square and protesting it. I thought that was like a new thing. I didn't know that they'd actually been standing up
that
to
you're
it
seeing
for a
it at
while.
now, yes, it's happening now at a larger scale because now more people.
A lot of the Orthodox community has never been about that.
Yeah, and I didn't know that.
They've been vocally against Zionism for decades at this
Yes.
point. A lot of them. I will give credit where credit is due. There have been several very prominent voices that are very vocally against what their state is doing.
Yes. There was one interview with
worried
a rabbi
about
that I was
the
like,
new
dude.
pope.
Oh,
and
me
knowing
too.
that he was an American.
Me too.
I was like, oh fuck, please don't hop on the fucking Trump bandwagon, and he didn't. He's staying true to the same philosophies that the previous pope held.
Did you see Sean Hannity was like, I don't even consider myself Catholic anymore. And the Catholic community was like, great.
Good. Yeah. Like.
And then some of the comments, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know. Some of them were like, I've never seen someone excommunicate themselves from the Catholic Church so quickly. And it was like one of like, I guess the rules of I don't fully understand Catholicism, to be honest with you, but it was like one of the like the rules of the Catholic Church was like not submitting to the Pope or something. And then it was like, yeah, he's not my Pope. Like apparently like that's a thing. It's like, oh great, thanks for no longer being Catholic, you know, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, that doesn't mean I'm not Catholic. And it's like, well, actually, like opens rulebook.
No, actually, it does. Yeah.
It actually does, and what it
Well, it
means.
says
is you're
right
trying
here
to
in the
start a new
book.
denomination.
Hey, didn't a guy do that when he wanted to divorce his wife and the Pope said no? What, wasn't that a thing a while ago? It happened in England.
Yes, that was a whole ass war was started
Yes,
several
I know.
hundred years. I don't know what king it was, but some king was trying to have his marriage annulled, and the Pope wouldn't annul it.
Yes.
So he was just like, "Fuck it, if you're not gonna annul my marriage, we're just gonna go to fucking war."
Insert.
And then there was this other guy.
I might be grossly overstating it, but it's along those lines.
What's the what
Then
is
there
the
was
name
this
of
other
the-
guy, Martin Luther. I feel like he was in Alabama and then he walked across that bridge. I don't know.
Dude, this is so. I know Ian and I have watched it together, but if y'all have not seen the video of like, I think it's called like World History, I guess, where it's like the animation video
Yeah.
of like in the entire world history,
The history of the world,
And
I guess.
Throughout
Yeah.
the whole thing, he's like, we can make a religion out of this.
Yeah.
It's like, and because there's one, it's like, and then he found the 2 golden tablets because he was like, had a dream, and it's like, we can make a religion out of this. Yeah, great video. Highly
I've
recommend
started
watching.
watching the show The West Wing.
I've heard about
it.
it.
Aired in '99, and it's actually really it's really cool because I don't know. I like watching it because it's refreshing to be reminded that there was a point in time where not everybody in the White House was, you know, just some fucking retarded fucking pedophile, you know.
Feckless moron who loves the
gives
sound of
me-
their own
it
voice
gives
and
me
how they look on
nostalgia of a
camera.
time where we weren't ruled by a cabal of pedophiles.
So this is
I mean, that time doesn't really exist.
Well,
but
you know what I mean. When it was
Sure.
less obvious.
Before we
somebody-
knew, yeah. Before
somebody
we knew.
I was I know had on their Instagram, it was like I just missed George H.W. Bush. He was my favorite president or something like that. And I was like, I mean, I didn't think I would say this. but
Bush Senior, really?
honestly, far better than what we have today. we've gone progressively downhill for the past few years, but yeah.
Is that why I see all these fucking like 16, 18-year-old kids wearing fucking Bush 84 t-shirts and shit? Like, what is that about?
I don't know. That's been a
Ian,
trend
that
for a
was
few
me
years,
10 years
and
ago.
I don't get it.
That was me 10 years ago. I thought Reagan was a good guy.
I don't understand it.
And then I realized just how stupid he was. Or maybe not stupid. Stupid's not the right word. Just how horrible. The kids don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. That's been a thing for a few years.
I thought
And
Reagan
I
was
don't-
like this really
Like,
cool
I know-
Christian pro-gun guy. And then it turns out he really wasn't anything.
He's neither of those things.
And it
Yeah.
turns out he was neither Christian nor pro-gun, and he actually.
Did you see
he
Trump
actually
finally
was
admitted,
lost to,
like, in a press
fuck the
conference that he's not
environment.
Christian?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he keeps accidentally doing that.
What?
But he
Admitting
said
he's
said the words finally.
Oh. Oh, can you send this to me? I need like.
Yeah,
send this
he
to my
actually said the
family
words.
group
He
chat
said
on repeat.
I love all my Christians. I'm not Christian, but I love my Christians.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I immediately sent that to a few
Fucking,
people,
like,
and they were like, "He misspoke.
who is
That's not what he
who
meant.
is
That's
still
not the
falling for
context."
this?
You remember?
What
the
do you mean
time
that's not what he meant?
Not
Yes.
too long ago.
Ian, he's
Remember the
not.
time not too long ago when he was like, "I don't think I'm going to heaven."
Yeah. He was like, "I hope the way I
Heaven's
handle
not
the
for
war
me."
with Zelensky and Putin helps me into heaven." And dude, I sent the Trump doctor picture to a few people, and the response, as y'all have seen, have been, "Oh, I thought he was a doctor too, but at least he had the sense to delete the picture."
God.
Also, again, are we not going to fucking realize that the person he was reviving in said photo looked a lot like Jeffrey fucking Epstein? Like, when I saw that, I instantly, like, within a millisecond, my brain went, "Oh, okay, it's Jesus reviving Jeffrey Epstein."
So my thought process on this was, like, dude, he just made himself Jesus. I was like, no way, he just did that. Searches Google, checks to make sure it's real, finds it. I was like, oh wow, it really is real. And then I like look closer, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like actual blasphemy, antichrist level stuff. And then he comes out with his like statement. Actually, I thought I was a doctor. And the first thing I thought of was like, he's a doctor, a firefighter, a police officer. He's just Johnny Sins.
I'm not gonna say what name, what race, people, doctor it was.
He's a doctor, a lawyer, a plumber.
It was a Jewish doctor.
Who would you rather have as a doctor, Donald Trump or Larry Nassar?
Oh, no, dude, I was thinking Johnny Sins.
Yeah.
You guys know who Larry Nassar is, right?
Yes.
I think so. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh wait, if
the
Sean
USA
said I think
Olympics
so, then maybe
guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's not who I thought. Hold on.
The doctor for the Team USA gymnastics.
Oh, the gymnastics girls. Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Dude, if those are my two options between him and Trump, I might just.
I'll just fucking die.
Yeah.
I bet they're in the same social club.
Bro, they are.
Yeah.
They have each other on speed dial, dude. the two redacted
He's a
names.
wonderful doctor.
I'm surprised
he's not the fucking. I'm surprised he's not the Surgeon General over Dr. Oz.
Dude, that would be the funniest thing.
It's still crazy to me. The fucking Surgeon General's Dr. Oz. Linda McMahon is the goddamn Secretary of Education.
JFK or whatever the
RFK Jr.
Yeah. RFK Jr. Yeah, whatever. I get that whole family tree really mixed up.
Okay. Last thing, and then we'll get out of here. Can we talk about RFK Jr.'s story of pulling his family over to the side of the road so he could cut off a dead raccoon's dick? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? What?
Wait, and hold on. And then his other thing was the book he's writing right now about how COVID was weaponized to not affect Jews or Chinese people. Did y'all see that?
No, hold on. He's got a point.
Wait, let him cook.
Let him cook. Oh my god.
The comment section was like if somebody obviously reposted and put on Instagram, and I found it, and I went to the comment section. It was like, all of them were either, wow, this is wild, and I can't believe he's on this again, blah, blah, blah. Or it was basically like, let him cook, he's on to something. It was like split 50-50.
It's like that weird, like, you see the homeless dude every day, you know, going to the corner store or whatever, and then every once in a while, he just, like, the sky opens up and he drops a nugget of pure wisdom on you, and you're just like, what? Where did that come from?
Yeah, wasn't, so RFK, when he was talking about the cutting off the raccoon dick, wasn't he like a kid? Didn't he say he did that when he was a kid?
No, he was a grown man. No. He was a grown man with his family in the car.
For some reason, I thought he was the kid when he was saying that story happened.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I don't know what's worse. Like, it doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, why is it that every time this man gets behind a microphone, he has some other horrific story involving a dead animal? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Actually, when I was 17, I drank an entire bottle of antifreeze and...
I would just like to say...
Yeah.
that we have 3 people watching this right now.
I'm immune to Portuguese
My
box
dad
of
had never
jellyfish
heard him
venom
talk
because I used
before
one as a
until the other
fleshlight
day.
when I was a 16-year-old boy.
My dad had never heard him talk before until the other day. We were watching the news. My dad was like, "Damn, is he sick or something?" And I'm like, "That's what he fucking sounds like, dude, all the time."
I freaking love your dad. How did he not heard him talk? I don't know what's funnier, the fact that he wasn't sure that's what he sounded like, or the fact he never heard him talk before.
I get it. Like
No, it just
I've
sounds
worked
like
with.
that the entire goddamn time.
Yeah, I get it. Like I won't make fun of the dude's voice because like it's a neurological condition. I understand he can't
I feel like we
control
can
the
still make
actual
fun of
like
that.
way his voice sounds, but
it makes it that much funnier.
that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with the actual content of what he
comes out
says
of his
when he
mouth.
opens his mouth.
And the voice just happens to add a layer of comedy to it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, actually, I like to drink a glass of wolf piss every night before I go to bed.
I would also just like to say, not only are there 2 people watching right now, it was 3. This is the most liked video we've put out. It already has more likes than like the last 4
Oh my
episodes.
god.
Damn it, guys! I guess I just got to do my RFK impersonation.
Yikes.
We're giving the people what they
I don't know.
want.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
They shot my uncle.
All right, boys.
Oh, all right.
It's getting late.
Your homework.
My head hurts.
Your homework for this weekend, dear listener, is to go and start reading through the Dune series of books because that's the future that we're headed towards. We got the Pope making alliances with the Shia leader of Iran, and every day the stage is further set for the Butlerian jihad against the thinking machines.
And just remember, J.D. Vance said that the Pope should only be caring about moral things and not geopolitical things. Because they don't go hand in hand.
Okay, well, we as human beings have a moral imperative to destroy AI, so
There you
think
go.
about that.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
not
have a-
saying
you
Ted
know,
K
I'm
was...
not gonna say anything, but I'm not gonna finish that. That was an inside thought.
I'm not saying that Ted Kaczynski was right. Because he wasn't. On some things.
But I'm not going to say he was wrong either.
And I also don't believe that the guy that burned down the warehouses of billion-dollar corporations' inventory was right either.
But I get it.
But I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I won't agree with you, but I understand how you arrived at that conclusion.
Yep. And just a reminder, nothing we say is legal advice. We are not endorsing any kind of violence or anything illegal.
No, I'd never do some shit like that.
Correct. Never. So,
I would never do some shit like that or advocate that you do.
So yeah, my parting words, my dad advice.
Yeah, there you go.
Is going to be, stop dehumanizing your fellow man, whether that be your political opponent or whoever. The reason we've gotten to this point politically is because we've just made it commonplace to dehumanize people. And so that's when you start thinking of them as not people. And, then the divide only gets worse. Like, yeah, there are some people out there with some really shitty views. And some horrible opinions. And just with some hateful beliefs. But the more you dehumanize them, the easier it is for you yourself to become the words just completely left my fucking brain.
But I mean, you're not wrong.
It's easy to lose your own humanity in the process.
Precisely. Yes. There you go.
Tie it back to
Yes.
empathy, which I think was our dad advice 2 episodes ago. Don't lose your empathy.
Yeah. You know, even like something as simple, it's really easy to dehumanize, you know, like for instance, an SS soldier in World War II. It's really easy to dehumanize that guy. But when you do that, you don't understand how he got to that point in history, how shit got that bad.
Yeah.
When you stop viewing people as people.
And if you don't understand it, then it could happen to you.
Yeah. It can happen to you, or it can happen again.
And we've talked about it before, how whether it's a war, whether it's political stuff, people are believing what somehow it might be morally twisted, it might be just even logically twisted, but they're doing what they think is best for some reason, and they are able to rationalize that, whether it's a good or a bad thing. Like you just said, if you don't believe why they're doing or understand why they're doing it, then it could very easily happen to you, and you don't want to lose that. You want to dehumanize AI, not people.
Yeah, dehumanize AI. If you're dehumanizing anybody, it's AI.
Yeah, don't have an AI girlfriend.
Yeah, because again, the
Stop
dehumanization
humanizing
of your
it.
fellow man will only result in more divide, and we will just keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, there are some horrible people out there with shitty views and shitty opinions, and if something were to happen to them tomorrow, I'd be like, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, damn, okay. Those people are still people, unfortunately.
What a way to finish that off, that conversation. They're still people, unfortunately.
I mean, it's easy to just write it off and dehumanize them. It's so easy to do that. But then you lack the understanding of how or why they came to be that way. And when you understand how or why they came to be that way, then you can start to figure out how to stop people from becoming that way in the future.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's your dad
That's all I'm
advice
gonna say.
for today.
That and stop using AI. I have stopped. I actually took this idea from my girlfriend. I have stopped using Google so much. I've downloaded the Wikipedia app. And whenever I have, instead of just Googling something, I put it into Wikipedia if I can. And it's not, I'm not getting, because no matter what you look up on Google, it's going to give you the AI answer. So that way, it's just one way I'm not using AI. And I realize that probably only, that probably only makes a micro fraction of a difference when it comes to the consumption of water. But hey, it makes me feel a little bit better.
Linus Tech Tips has a video series on about de-Googlifying your life. And the alternatives are not big tech companies. So they're intentionally open source or smaller tech companies or objectively more moral ones. So highly recommend watching that. There's other YouTubers have similar things, but it's literally a whole thing about how to break away, how to continue your daily, even internet life without relying on big tech and giving them all your data. So I think that wraps it up here for today, boys. There's your dad. That was some solid dad advice. Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome. That was
And
just something that
Don't use AI and bully people that do.
Yeah. And definitely don't
What'd you
humanize
say?
it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Don't use AI and bully people that do, especially people doing the fucking AI chatbot girlfriends and shit.
Yeah.
Bully the fuck out of those people. Yeah.
And if they're
there's
suicidal,
anybody
be
right
there
now that
for them.
deserves to be bullied outside of political figures, it's the people that are using AI chatbot girlfriends.
And honestly, they're probably doing that because they don't have real friends or any real people. So be a real friend to someone and help them.
Yeah. Don't
just bully
interacting
them.
with people more.
Bully them and then be their friend. Be there for them and their friend.
Yeah.
So
Re-immerse yourself in the human experience. Start interacting with people more.
that's honestly kind of
You
a
know,
hot take
go
these days.
hang out with people, even if you're not. You know, I realize the economy's kind of shit right now. Even if you're not spending money on anything, go just hang out at the fucking park with somebody,
It's
with your
free.
homies. You know, just go enjoy and take in nature with the homies. Nothing gay about that.
It's free. All right, boys.
It's free.
We might see you back here next weekend, minus Ian. So,
I think I'll be available, but
hopefully we'll see you all next weekend. If not, you'll see us again eventually. So, have a good week, guys.
Yeah.
Stay safe, have fun, learn something new. Don't use AI and all the other dad advice we gave you. So, have a great week, guys.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.